Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Marty Grunder here from the Grow Group and Grunder Landscaping Company. If you joined us a couple days ago, I had Seth Pflum on, Chief Operating Officer of Grunder Landscaping Company, and we talked a little bit about the changes we made as a result of COVID-19. We talked about what we were able to do in terms of reducing our indirect time in the morning. Seth, welcome back.
Yep, thanks, Marty.
Today I want to talk about, on May the 4th was when we first really went back to work with everything. And it was a Wednesday, I believe. Am I right?
It was a Monday.
Monday, shows you. See, I can't remember anything. But I remember you said to me at about 3 o'clock, you know, today it seems more normal. And I was trying, like I was walking around, I'm like, it does. And we finally had everybody back. We were kind of getting in our flow, and it was the first day back. It was good. It was good. Can you talk a little bit about how we're catching up? Do you ever really catch up? What are we doing now? What's the mindset, and what are we doing to try to get back in gear here?
Yeah, and great question. I don't think you ever regain the amount of time we lost.
Right.
There's only so many man hours or hours in the day, so much equipment. It's being smart with how you're executing that work. What we're doing there is we're allowing the overtime to go up, because we don't have to put extra trucks on the road. We don't have to put extra people in the trucks to accomplish the same amount of work. Just pay the overtime and get it done quicker, less scheduled days. And then instead of running 2-man, 3-man, or 4-man crews, we're running what's called Superman crews on projects or properties where we can. We've ramped those crews up to 6, 8, 9 guys, multiple trucks on one property. If we have a great team leader that can manage that workflow, what would take a normal crew 3 days to get done, we can get it done in one scheduled day. So we're able to compress the scheduled days so clients are not waiting as long to get to projects. So just some tricks that we're looking at to regain some ground on our schedule.
Okay. How are we matching sales with labor capacity for the coming months? What are you doing? You know, in addition to being COO, you're basically also our sales manager. What are we doing there to try to get ahead?
And anyone that runs Aspire, which we're running Aspire, once you have your schedule built and you have your tickets out there, you can easily run a list in Aspire and project out how many man hours in the month, how many man hours in the week that you need to fill with labor capacity or with sales capacity. We're just fortunate enough this past Saturday to revamp our schedule that's been totally mucked with and, and dumped all around with COVID-19. I don't want to deal with that ever again. But we're able to get it rebuilt. Now we can accurately forecast into July, because that's where we're at. How many man hours do we have left to fill out July? We know how many team members we have on our production team. So working 50 hours a week, they're going to produce 42, 45 direct billable hours per week. Then it's just simple mathematics. Subtract that from what you already have booked, and you'll figure out what you need to sell for finish out July, finish out August. So we're really trying to hit our design build sales pipeline pretty hard right now, and make sure we have the man hours sold the rest of July, August, and hopefully on to the fall year.
You know, Seth, I think I mentioned this to you. I've been coaching the owners and leadership teams of landscaping companies now for over 25 years. I remember when I was getting started in this, and I still have a lot to learn, but I'm way smarter now. And I can't tell you how many companies would literally go day by day with their workload. And they would look at their schedule with whatever you call the schedule, written down in a notebook or whatever. And they would realize that I only have a week's more worth of work. What am I going to do? We've been very aggressive. We've made some cuts. We are planning and making some additions for 2021 right now. Mm-hmm. What do you think of my adage that all planning is good?
I think it's a great quote. I'm not trying to brown nose Marty, but I think it's a great quote.
I didn't come up with it, so.
Yeah. Anytime you're stepping back and you're looking or you're planning or having a strategy, ideas come about. I mean, the team members you spoke about adding, It just was some brainstorming of Dalton and I, who's our director of design and build. The first week we were totally shut down. There was only 2 of us in this building. And then Amber, who's our director of HR, we were having a conversation on the phone, on a cell phone, talking, and it kind of evolved into a returning team member for us and where we could slot them in best to the company and what they want to do in their career. And it was just kind of brainstorming and planning a little bit that's evolved into now we have a strategy and a philosophy that we want to convey out to the rest of the team of what we're trying to hit in 2021. And that's just stepping back and kind of brainstorming and planning a little bit to do it.
You know, on one hand, I hate to admit this because it may be shocking for some people that have followed me for a long time. But on the other hand, I prefer to be honest. I don't think until you grabbed the reins in 2018, we did a very good job of laying out where we were going and how we were going to get there really, really clear. We're about ready to do some alterations to the office to reflect our plan. It's nothing major. It's not a big expense, but it'll be a visual culture change to what we're doing, and we'll put things in place. I guess just one more question. As far as the future, the rest of the year, what metrics are you following closely here that we watch daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly to get to where we are? What are those metrics?
Yeah. Revenue. I watch it every day. Revenue is the fuel into the company. You got to have enough revenue up over that overhead nut so you have a profit left. I watch that every day in Aspire. I watch our GP every day. We know where we need to be percentage-wise to recover overhead. And then we've done a tremendous job of cutting and monitoring overhead expenses. We've really turned that overhead nut down as tight as we can to ensure what may come here the rest of this year, that we're still protected as a company and we still have enough capital to grow and then reinvest into 2021 plan.
Right. Well, Seth, I know you're busy. I'm going to let you get back to work. I want to say publicly how much I appreciate what you've done for me, my family, for our team. I really enjoy working with you, and I appreciate you sharing your wisdom today. You may not think this or you may not realize this. You're helping other landscapers by sharing. So thanks. Have a great day, buddy.
Thanks, Marty.
Well, if there's something that we shared here that resonated with you, reach out to us at grow@growgroupinc.com. And of course, have a great day.